Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. Hope you're having a good day or a good evening. And sorry for the few minutes delay. I was just trying to set up some internet connection issues. But yes, I hope you're having a good day and a good week generally. It is day 51 of the 90. Gradually, we are diving into the second half of this whole 90-day run, and I hope you're making the most out of it. It's a very interesting time of learning new things, implementing new things, and getting results. So yes, hope you're implementing them. And today we have another great thing to learn, a very, very, very important thing to learn. So please do keep your comments rolling in, participate. Questions, contributions, your answers, everything, just drop that in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. Please let me know where you're tuning in from, your name and where you're tuning in from whilst we get into it. So yes, a very important topic, getting your recruits to earn and also being able to spend your time wisely. This is what we're going to be diving in today. All right, so I'm sure some of us have had new recruits, had new associates join our business this year or maybe sometime before, right? Whichever one, this applies, and this is going to help you to get them started on the right footing, right? And it's also going to be a very enlightening one, because when it comes to you doing this business, going about your own recruiting, and then you have a team that you're meant to train, you're meant to lead, you're meant to show the ropes, it can get tricky, right? When it comes to how to divide your time, how to share things, how you actually go out there, go into the field trying to get new people, and then your own team, your existing team, how do you handle that to make sure both things are moving forward? Oh, thank you so much, Luz. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for the compliment. Okay, great. So yes, let's start with the first one. Now, I mean, it's a no-brainer that the sooner or the quicker your new recruit, your new associate earns something, right, or can earn something, the more likely he or she is going to stay in the business, right? I mean, yes, by the time they, first of all, you get to expose them to the opportunity, they're hearing about you earning, other people earning, they're part of events and all of that, they can see that, okay, these people seem to be doing well. As good as all that is, for almost everybody, right, it only becomes very real when you start to earn, once you get that first max pay, right? So it's oh, this is now working out for me too. I'm amongst the people that are getting to enjoy this. It sets the tone for a lot of things. So the quicker you can get your new person to earn, the quicker you can do that, the more likely you're increasing the chances that stay in the business. Like Eric would say, you're buying time with them or for them in the business. Right now, he gave a very interesting statistic. I mean, obviously, he's a guru in the industry, right? He talks to a lot of these different companies and their corporates and everything. So the stats actually show that for people, new recruits who are present in over a 90-day period, right? They are doing their auto shape, doing what they need to do, right? For those people who have not earned, so they actually study the people who have not earned in their first 90 days, but they've been going about maybe their auto shape and other stuff. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Please, am I back online? I had a glitch, the internet. Am I back online? Please let me know if you can still see me and hear me. Just type in yes in the comments so that I can proceed. Sorry for that interruption. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So yes, it is. So the statistic is for those people who have not earned, right, in their first 90 days, right, the retention rate for them is actually as low as 10%. So basically, people who join a business and have not earned after 90 days, have not earned anything, right? Only 10% of those actually still remain in the business after 90 days, meaning 90% drop out. Yeah, it's like they join the business and they're not really seeing anything. And our business is one that you can actually start to get returns early, even if it's just customer income, right? So yeah, they drop out. Thank you so much, Luz. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, and contrast this to people, right, who when people actually earn, even if it's as little as $1, right, even if it's as little as $1, once they earn, at least within the first 90 days of doing their business, the retention rate shoots up to 74%, which is a lot. I mean, compare 10% and 74%, right? So it shows you just how important that $1. It's not so much about the amount. It's not like you can do so many things with $1, but that earning, the fact that they actually earn something, they've gotten something back for like all the efforts they're putting in, makes a whole lot of difference, right? So it builds the belief. I mean, they want to do something else so that they can have some more and kind of keep going. So it is very, very important that you get your person started well, you get them to start earning as quickly as possible, right? And this will definitely help sure at least they have a higher chance of staying in the business and succeeding. So it's very, very important. So how do you go about achieving this? So we've kind of had, different formats over the years, but a good launch strategy for your person is important for this new person. And I know right now we're on a 90-day run and all of that, but it's important to also know that these people are new, so you don't want to overwhelm them. You want them to be able to do something or do things that will get them their earning, get them like starting to grow, but you don't want to load them. You don't want to say, we'll talk to 100 people this weekend or any of those kind of things. Like a good number of what we're doing in the 90-day run is for people who, we're used to the system and yeah, we can kind of ride with it. But yeah, a new person could get overwhelmed really easily, and then when they feel like, it's too much, they wouldn't even want to lift a finger. So doing it the right way is very, very important. So here's a good launch strategy, right? I'm going to just quickly go through four steps that can get somebody started very well. So first, once they get started, once they actually do a registration, right, you can get them to actually try out the product, get them to use the product, right? Let them have an experience. There's this thing when it comes to belief, the same way them having their first pay builds the belief in what they can accomplish in this business, is the same way them trying out the product builds their belief in the product, right? Yes, they've heard testimonials, they've heard stories, and those are good, and yeah, they can still roll with that, but there's something about a personal experience of the product, right? Some people who did not have business as one of the first things in their minds, right? When they were first exposed to Max, they just wanted to try out the product. Maybe they had a particular issue they wanted to solve, or maybe a family member, but it was the experience of the products that now pushed them to do the business. Was like, wow, you guys actually have really wonderful products. So this makes a lot of sense. Hey, it's good that this is being able to do all these things for people's health. I would like to do the business and also earn money, right? So it builds that belief. So get them to use the product. So some people may not be able to afford using a full pack, a full 30-day supply of their product or anything. But hey, get them to try the ATP, get them to try the Infuse, let them see how they feel, right? Just an experience. We always say be the product of your product, right? So that's the first thing that they can do, and that one is pretty easy to do, right? So that's the first thing. So the second thing you can do is help teach them how to speak to members of their hot market, right, who are likely to support business. So if you remember, I think within the first week of the run, right, there's the hot market approach, right? So how you actually shout to your hot market and let them know that, hey, that this is this business that you just started and everything, that you really like them to be a short-term customer, like a one-time customer, that kind of thing. Just amongst the people that are supporting you and all, as for us who did that exercise, we know how effective it actually was. So teach your person how to do it, right? Show them how to do it. Let them at least speak to key members of their hot market, so you can get them to at least retail the products that they have, right? The products they bought. And we know that by the time you retail this, you're getting your money back and you're making some retail profits, right? So that is the first pay. That is a very effective way to go about it, right? So there's that. Then a third thing, right, still on this launch strategy for the new person, have them go into conversations, right? Get them into conversations with people. Show them how to have conversations with people, right? So we say, yet again, all business is conversation. So let them show them how to just, not to be like a hunter going and hounding people, buy this, but really relate to people, right? Really talk to them, really just have converse like a normal human being, right? And be attentive for pain points. There are different things that or different issues that our products can serve, or our business in fact can serve, right? People who are looking for an extra way to make money, looking for something more flexible that they can do with their job. We know the kind of advantages like our business has, right? So yeah, any opening, by the time you're actually carefully listening in your conversations with people, you can find an opening, right? So just tell them to have conversations, or if it's just, even if it doesn't lead to business just yet, or anything about products just yet, just it's a kind of way of warming up people, right? So that you can actually eventually expose them to the opportunity. So yes, that's the third thing you can teach them to do. And then the fourth thing, right, which is also what we learned during this 90-day run, have them introduce people to you. So, they can think of people within their network who, these products will be beneficial to, or who our business opportunity is likely to be a good fit for. These people could actually do well in our business and stuff like that. So actually tell them, okay, right, they're just getting started in this, so they cannot know things as much as you do and all of that, and you want them to learn. This is a process of, you want them to see how you do and learn, right? So just have them introduce some certain people to you. Maybe you can have a 3-way call where you talk multi-person. They will also be learning, right? And you can help actually close. So it's more like, you're even doing like a third-party credibility and closing for them and stuff like that. So yeah, these are 4 really, really remarkable ways. I hope I'm making sense. Thank you so much. I'm seeing your comments, ma. Chizoma, Liz. Thank you so much. All right, so I hope this has made sense. I'll just run through the list again. So get them to use the products. That's the first one. Let them speak with hot markets. Teach them how to speak with hot markets who can support them, right, and actually be customers of theirs. Teach them how to get into conversations with people. All business is conversation, so they need to be talking to people, right? And then have them introduce people to you. So let me know if this makes sense. Just type in sense in the comments, and if you're watching the replay, also type in sense in the comments. All right. So these are like the quickest ways to be able to get them to earn. So this should be the first thing before, or teaching them like how to use social media, or using like the tools or Zooms, attending physical events. We know attending physical events is very important, has its own social proof and all, and eventually they get there, right? But it's not just attending the event that's going to pay them. So this comes like after. This is like the phase 2 after those 4 steps, and then other things around like personal development and stuff. We continuously learn in Max, so that can follow. So if this makes sense, please just type in sense in the comments. I just need to know that you're following. Okay, thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. All right, great. So now when it comes to, this is now the second part of this, will soon be done with the training. The second part of this is being able to use your time wisely. Like I said, right, sometimes for people, you may not understand this if you don't have a team yet, like a growing team yet. But then once you start having 1 person, then 2 people, 3 people and all, right, it sometimes become a challenge how to balance your time, or how to share the time between you recruiting, because like we said, recruiting is important in this business. Recruitment is the lifeblood of this business, right? You're not supposed to just fall in love with a team and just stay there, right? So the balance between recruiting, getting that fresh blood in, and managing your existing team, supporting them, leading them, training them, and all of that, right? So recruiting versus supporting. Now, it can get tricky, and the more your team grows, like kind of the more attention you need to pay to them. You know, like when people are just starting, like when you want to build leaders out of new associates, you know, they ask all kinds of questions once they are new. I mean, you ask all kinds of questions when you were new. I know how much I worried Dr. James. I was always, in fact, now that I think about it, yes, they were actually quite silly questions, but yeah, there were so many things. I'm sure I was really on his case. How he even managed me, I don't understand, but yes. That's a good reminder too for me, so that when people are asking me questions, I know I was there. But yeah, it's just like a baby, like it's just like a newly born baby, like trying to nurture till it becomes an adult, right? There are different stages, and to be able to get to that level of independence, you know, like they need your training support. You need to repeat a whole lot, right? So it can get dicey. Imagine if you've had like 2 people, 5 people already this year, new recruits, right? It can get pretty tricky. So we have to at least kind of maintain some balance. The more, as your team is growing, you have to do some more supporting of them, right? Kind of in progression. But here is the very, very important part. This is so key. And some of us have made that mistake because of this. I definitely have made that mistake, right? Even if you get to, I mean, as your team is growing, wow, there's momentum and there's all of that happening. Even if you get your organization to be like 10,000 people or more, right? You should never stop recruiting and land in management mode. Landing, okay, there's no new blood, like there's no new inflow into your team. It's just you managing the old people, you're in management mode, right? That is a trap that is going to wreck your business, right? That's how momentum will just come crashing, because different things can happen. People can leave, people can become inactive, people can leave the team for other companies. Different things could happen. What if someone infringes on policies? Maybe one of your leaders does something. We don't pray for all of that, but hey, that happens, and that happens a lot, right? We've seen it over the years. And so circumstances change. You can't just fall in love with your team and then you're not doing anything again. You're just in management mode. No, never stop recruiting, right? And Eric would say that instead of recruiting in drips, and by drips he means, or maybe recruit 1 in January, 2 in February, 1 in March, none in April, maybe 2 again in May, like just little. It's better to rather do bursts of recruitment, right? So like what we're doing in this 90-day run, like really giving all putting in a lot of energy to be able to at least recruit a lot, right? If you can recruit 10, 15, 20 people at once, right? And then yeah, it gives a lift, it gives more of the momentum, and you can even now focus on, not like focus, but yeah, getting those people like onboarded correctly, getting them to grow and build in the subsequent months, and then like that again. It doesn't mean you don't recruit any other months, but you have seasons where you really go all out. It really helps, that injection of freshness into your team, right? So that is what we need to do. There shouldn't be a year, even if you become super successful, you're a diamond, you're a triple diamond, you're a crown diamond. There shouldn't just go a full year where you don't really have that push, that surge of new recruits, right? So yeah, the trick here is, we know that I say you can't sleep on it. You're still in a business. You still need to do what you need to do. You're the leader of the pack, right? And your team will follow suit. You can't stop recruiting and expect other people to be recruiting. It's not going to work. You have to do the work, right? There is team training, there's team admin, there's team support, and that is great. It's important to do that. But then have enough time for your own IPAs, your own prospecting, invitations, follow-up, closing, onboarding, all those things to be able to get fresh blood. So thank you. I hope this has made sense. I hope A51 has made sense. So now, the challenge, as I wrap this up, here's the challenge. The challenge is to have new conversations each day. This is about having conversations. So the challenge is for you to have at least 10 new conversations. Emphasis on new conversations every day for the rest of February. So this is the 23rd, right? February has 28 days. For the next 5 days, right? I mean, beginning today anyway. Some of us are still obviously in daytime as well. So have 10 fresh conversations. So at least 60 people in total, new, different people. It's not, oh, you talk to 10 people now, you follow up on them tomorrow, and then, yeah, you can do your follow-up. So every other thing that you have scheduled, you do. But then, at least 10 new people. We need to fill up our funnel. We need to pour more honey into our funnel. We need to get it flowing. More people, more people, more people. So regardless of any other assignment or any other thing in your schedule, max or non-max related, be talking to at least 10 new people, conversations, and listen for pain points, listen for openings, opportunities to be able to pitch either the health or the business or both about Max to people. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much for your active participation, man. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you everyone who tuned in. And yes, guys, let's get on it. Take up the challenge, right, and have those conversations. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.